another processes. From the flow field, we are able to calculate the velocity field. Velocity vector, we are tracking the trace of each particles. Okay, then we are able to get the whole picture of the flow field and use this to calculate acceleration and then the force, back to force. Summation F equal to ma. So we calculate acceleration and then to get the force and then try to figure out how they flapping, how will they develop that kind of flapping mode. Okay, try to understand what guard is thinking. And then we build up. It's very difficult to imagine this is a bird wing. It's a bird wing, but we will put feather onto it, then it's very similar. You can see that. So we track the joint, and then design the mechanism of this system to simulate. I put this into the wind tunnel to verify if our hypothesis is correct or wrong. That's a process. Okay, so let's go to the part of butterfly. I just explained the butterfly is easier to get, and also no argument about the experiment because people will protest that I abuse the creatures. But they won't care about the butterfly. But the other thing is butterfly, the frequency is about 10 hertz. The flapping frequency of the butterfly is about 10 hertz only. So it's easier to design a related mechanical element. Okay, I won't use fly. It's more than 300 hertz. So it's very difficult to do the experiment. And also the mechanism is very simple. So easier to get a machine butterfly than a machine bird. Okay, so that's why we do it. The first one. Also, I will just say, introduce briefly the numerical model of our analysis. And then, okay. Maybe I will show the picture shown on Science News.
Butterflies soar using big wings and
1 minute.
slow flaps.
Cost me 10 hours to do it.
To see how they fly with such odd timing and equipment, scientists use high-speed video to capture the body posture and motion of butterflies flying in the lab. Then, they simulated how each wing beat pushes air around and how that changes with different flying techniques. It turns out, butterflies rotate their bodies with each wing beat. That waggle helps them upwards. Toning down the waggle and tilting forward pushes them ahead. In this way, butterflies can get where they need to go in their own jerky, erratic way.
Okay. So we first observe the flying behavior of butterfly and try to filter out the several features that we can learn. And then we do numerical analysis to verify our hypothesis. And finally, we design a mechanical element to test it in the wind tunnel. If it's complete, then we'll build up a flying butterfly. I expect it will be complete maybe within 2 or 3 years. Okay. Okay. The reason, the other reason we chose butterfly is that Taiwan is the kingdom of butterfly. We have more than 400 species of butterfly. So we have a lot of room to do our research if we choose a butterfly here. Okay. And I think those were reported in Science magazine. very tiny insect, or about this size. It's about this size. Okay. And but the battery is still a problem. It cannot fly for too long, so they all have a power line connected to underground. Okay, but it's for now. Maybe 2 or 3 years that the battery will have a breakthrough and it will be okay here. And then we install a camera on it and use RFID to transmit the image to our computer here. And it's easier than the battery problem. Okay. And this is our the product, the design product of a master student of mine. A big butterfly. It's maybe the creature of 100 or 1,000 years ago. And we checked them. We checked the literature. Only one Japanese team, they did the similar work like us. They did experiment and conducted numerical analysis to analyze the flight of butterfly. Okay, but their result of 2013 were not too good because they cannot converge. The butterfly will went crazy because their simulation cannot converge. So if they add the motion of the body into it onto the wing, then it went crazy. So we decided to improve it. That's the species we use. We say 枯叶蝶, or Indian big butterfly. And I think several reviewers asked why we chose this kind of butterfly. Okay, because we can get it 4 seasons per year. 4 seasons. It's a tough species. You can find it in winter or in summer. So we chose it. Okay, that's two sides of the butterfly. So we use it to do the experiment. And the experiment is very difficult. Sometimes we may consume the complete week and obtain nothing because the butterfly won't get into the laser sheet. It's too bright. They will escape from that one. So we have to disturb it and then move it to the light sheet. And we have two very good cameras, high-speed video cameras. It's very sensitive to light. So it's ISO 7000 high-speed video camera and get 10,000 frames per second. I'm lucky. I got two of them because the NTU has a large amount of money. People say that. Okay. They say 10 龙果. Okay, so I was lucky to get two good cameras, so I was able to obtain valuable data that other people could not get it. Okay. So that's the experimental design. We put the butterfly into a small chamber and use two cameras to record the motion. Because we are going to simulate the fly mechanism. To do the experiment, we need to know the position and the posture of the butterfly. These two good cameras here, and also then we put aluminum oxide powders onto it to measure the flow field, to interpret the behavior by the flow structure. Okay, and also we define we found the butterfly is quite different from other insects. Other insect will fly direct, in a straight line almost, but butterfly is like this one. At the beginning, we thought that's a wrong creature, a wrong product of the gods, because no way to fly this way. But after our analysis, we found it's good. It's really good, based on our hypothesis. Okay. So we have the design like this is the forward fly. Now, if the motion, vertical motion is smaller, it's very small, smaller than 0.2, then we say it's a forward fly, no acceleration to against the gravitational force. The behavior will be different. The other one is like a vertical fly. So we use this one, delta z over delta x less than 0.2, then it's forward fly. Otherwise, it's ascending flight. They're different. And also, after observing the behavior, then my student and I will propose several hypotheses and then try to verify which is correct. But the first step is to do numerical experiment. It's very difficult to combine the solid and the liquid or fluid and solid coupling problem. We tried, but it didn't work. So we just input the posture at every moment onto our numerical model to escape the coupling problem and then calculate the flow structure here. Okay. So we just input, this is the experimental data, and then we input those data into our numerical model. Okay. And this will show you this is the flight speed. Flight speed of the butterfly. You see, it's changed a lot. Irregular, just move faster, slower, faster, slower. It has reasons after our analysis. So first one is a numerical model. Okay. We used a commercialized software and with several modifications by ourselves, and we build out the grid and then do the analysis. Okay. And let me see. The wingspan is about 6.5 centimeters. This big, and the frequency is 10 hertz. Okay, and we have the body and the wings. Put them together and do the analysis. Okay, that's just the Navier-Stokes equation. Just want to show you I know fluid mechanics. All right, and this is wrong. It's 6. Great number is 5 million, because we use desktop computer to do analysis. So it's 5 million grids. Okay. And that's the domain we calculate. It's tedious, I won't say too much. And we define 2 coordinates. The first one is on the body, because the body will move to control the wing motion. And the second one is on the wing. Okay, then we would input the postures on the model for the boundary condition at any moment. And then transform the coordinate. Okay, so here the procedure first we update the wing and body motion from the experiment. Okay, and then we integrate them together to calculate the force. And the force will produce acceleration, and then we derive the speed for next step. And then for next step, we put a new posture onto it. That's the result of the numerical simulation. And that's a vorticity. People used to use vorticity to identify the flow structure, because elasticity is closely related to the force, to lift force and drag force. For each case, it takes 2 weeks to calculate it, because we are not that rich as you. So it's
a too high-speed camera. You say you have
but no supercomputer. We need a supercomputer to do it. Okay. So that's it. And the way, the first part we want to clarify is that for most of people, they fix the butterfly into a wind tunnel for numerical experimentally, and using a constant wind speed. But I just show you the flight speed of butterfly varies a lot. So we want to find what are the differences between them. This is my case is free flight, and most of people will do a fixed position with constant velocity, but we have different velocity according to the procedure I just mentioned. So we calculate it. First, we found that the speed, like this one, then we put the posture onto it. We found at the highest speed, the wing of the butterfly will crash like this at the highest speed, a very fast speed. That will reduce the drag. That will significantly. And here they were flapping like this one. That has not been reported on previous research. Okay, and then we calculate the drag force and the lift force. We found the drag force doesn't change. No. Maybe this one. The drag force, I think in our case, is 47% less than previous studies. 47%, that's a lot. And the second one, for changing the speed, is if they slow down, not continuous, not constant speed. If they slow down, then the wake structure will catch up the wing and edit the propulsion force. Okay, and we check the experiment, check the flow structure, and then numerical simulation. We found it is believable. So we raised the question: how could they use the fixed butterfly to interpret the behavior? How could they do that? It should be like the way we did. Okay, that's the first part. So I just want 47% increase. Okay. Then go to the second part. The other way we found weird is that during the flight, the butterfly will change. I don't know what is that. Their body. There are two parts. I don't know how to say 头胸部, 腹部. They will change position awkwardly. It's, and beginning with that is weird. Maybe they are too fat like I am, so they have to change it very often. But people, Ellington, a big shot in this field, we found most of the insect, they won't change the body angle during the flight. They will change the flapping speed, but won't change the position. Like that remain the same position. But the butterfly will change drastically. So must be the reason on it. Okay. And this is the other one, the other experimental report given by the team of Japanese. They measured the body's angle. They found butterflies only species that will change the angle of the body. Comparing to all of other insects, that is change. Okay. So also check by experiment. This one. We check the angle of the body. It's changed a lot. So we try to find the reason from it. Okay, so this is the second part of numerical simulation. Let's do the simulation for several cycles. Okay, and also we change the body angle systematically from 70 degree, 80 degree, 90 degree, and the variation of the body. Okay, and this is if we change the body like this one, 90 degree, that's also vertically. Okay, and then 70 degree, that's inclined angle. We found that the trajectory will be different. For this one, it will fly like vertically. For this one, this is not vertical. Right, so the butterfly will fly like this way. Okay, so the angle of the body must have some functions, or must be. Okay. Okay, I'll just skip this one. So we also analyze the flow direction of that with different body angle. We found it would change the direction of the body. For example, at 70 degree, then the force, propulsion force will be bigger, so it will fly this way. But if it changed to 90 degree, then it will be vertical. The trajectory will be vertical. And also, the variation is bigger. It's 35 degree because it has changed the flow field frequently. But for forward flight, maybe not that much. Okay, that's what we try to explain the behavior of body angle. And also we change like this one, 90 degree plus 27, 37, 30 degree and 40 degree variation. We want it to fly vertically more. So that sounds like a very good explanation of the behavior of butterfly. We just changed the variation of the angle, the fluctuation span. Okay, so that's for this part. So we may conclude that the body motion is very important for control the flight trajectory. Okay, so we proceeded to the third part to build up an artificial butterfly to prove our hypothesis. It's still hypothesis. We are doing the experiment now. We are able to change the direction of this part. There's a joint here. So we are able to control the angle of this one. Okay, that's what we are trying to do. But it's big, very big. So it must be ancient butterfly. That's what our explanation. We are maybe 20 million years back here. That's a master thesis of our student, from nothing to here. Okay. And use the strain gauge or something, stick something to measure the lift force and the drag force. Okay. And also use PIV to measure the flow field. Try to verify the direction variation or other modification we just mentioned. We are still doing it. Okay, let me see. I forgot where. And also, I lost a film of the experiment of that one. Okay. The other part of the experiment is TensorFly. TensorFly is different from that Indian leaf butterfly because it has two wings. You may say a butterfly also has high wing and fore wing. But before flight, they will hook together, so it's like a single wing. But for this part, TensorFly, it has two wings. So because I just mentioned, it's very difficult to get the TensorFly to do experiment. So we just jumped to the mechanical design first. We designed the mechanism to control the angle, the face leg and the angle. Okay, and then put it on a leg, and then that the machine move at the speed we prescribed, and then measure the flow figure. And this part we are trying to understand the interactions between two wings. Why bother to design two wings instead of one wing? Must be something very interesting here. That's work in progress. And both these two master students will be graduate in June. Hope we can have complete result to show, maybe show you on tennis court. Okay, and that's the other procedure we're doing. We design experimental wings. It's able to control the face leg and the rotation angle, and to verify our hypothesis. And then we measure the flow field, and we modify the design. And finally, we add all of them together, and then we fly.
It's a real flight.
But
To make it real flight.
yes, before my retirement. Okay, that's my team. Okay, I have 20 graduate students in my lab, and this is just 1/3 of them. Okay, but they are very good. All of them, each one is very capable and very curious about everything. That's very important. Okay, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, that's a really a very, very nice talk. I never know doing mechanical engineering can have so much fun. That's really, really very interesting. Okay, learning from nature objects and analyze their motion and then use it, because after they evolve such a long time, they know to adjust everything. So it's the most effective machine in some way. Okay, is there any questions? Huh?
Very impressive talk, thank you. I want to ask about when you do the simulation on the wings of the butterflies, you put grid points on it. How do you decide how to put grid points on the wings?
Okay. I can only say that my experience. Okay. I must admit that we used rigid body structure. We tried to use the flexible wing, but we failed. Because the wing is anisotropic structure, not isotropic. And it's very difficult to analyze isotropic. So, let me see. You mean why we use this one?
Yes.
That's just by bridge generation, no special considerations.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it because it has different density among the different part of the wings? Is
No,
that the reason?
the density are